Oh, hello, friends, and welcome to Mazaru 41. Alright, episode 1 of Probably Infinity, making a Bluetooth speaker out of my old speakers. So, step 1, I'm going to sand off this plastic crud that's on top of these speakers so we can stick them together and so it'll hold nicely. We're just putting a little bit of the wood glue on here and stick them together with some pipe clamps. I like this part. It's like a little glue gauge. Fun. So we got them stuck together. Cut 2. And we made a box for the outside. Sorry I didn't include that part. So I got this veneer from a reclaimed wood place. Started sticking it on the edges. This was my first time working with veneer. And it's like homemade veneer. So, I don't know. Maybe that's different than the store-bought stuff. Anyways, I wanted to make it look a little bit crazy. So I had to cut it up and make them fit like a little puzzle. It was fun, but it was pretty tedious. To get the edges of the veneer perfectly straight, I put them in the vise and used a little block plane with this jig, just to make them fit perfectly together. For the bottom, I just used bigger pieces because who looks there anyways? I put wax paper between the veneer and a board and clamped them together. Came out pretty sweet. This side needs some sanding, looks like. Then I hand sanded and hand sanded. I was afraid of the orbital sander. Anyways, I think it's time for edge banding. I think so. So I cut some strips on the table saw to use for edge banding, and also to use later on for some feet. So I've seen different ways to stick edge banding onto the plywood. I just used some clamps and some tape on the miters and it seemed to work out pretty good. Well, almost pretty good. The edge band stuck up a little bit from the top, so lots of sanding, and I was like, I'll just plane it off. That was pretty hard though. We got there eventually. And then applied some finish, and it looks bonkers. So I was pretty happy. I mean, applying the finish is everybody's favorite part, I think. Unless you account for the scrapey scrape sounds from planing. Whoa, that got aggressive. Anyways, made the feet. Just use some dowels to stick them on. Now it's time to make this thing make sounds. So I got this gizmo from the internet, and I made these little attachment devices. Luckily, the knob on this thing was enormous. I mean, big enough. So I had to make a faceplate and ended up having to cut some extra holes in it. Got everything put together and
Bluetooth mode.
beautiful. What a nice little song. Anyways, it all came together, and I'm super happy with the way it came out. So, I guess thanks for checking it out. I hope you like it. Misery. Oh, what? Good job.